Hi, so this is my second attempt at filming a video for YouTube because I suck at filming videos. Just so you know, it's like 12:30 at night, just the normal time people are up. I decided to get ready with me's probably aren't my thing, so I would just go for it. This is my new background, by the way. It's like set up all crazy. There's a bunch of books behind me because I thought it would make me look intelligent. And my Harley Quinn display up top. I'm too tall for this bookshelf, so, whatever. So, I was thinking I can do this series on meeting celebrities because I've met quite a few celebrities in my day, and I'm sure there's many more to come. I don't know. So I was just thinking this would be kind of a cool story. I like telling people stories and talking about myself, so I thought this would be the perfect combination, like a little um, celebrity story time thing. The first celebrities I want to talk about that I've met are Fall Out Boy, the band. And if anyone knows anything about me, there are very few things that make up me as a person, and one of those things is Fall Out Boy. Fall Out Boy, or any kind of emo band really, but like Fall Out Boy for sure, because Patrick Stump is the actual love of my life. It's just, we were like soulmates that just like missed each other in time, and it's fine, I'm dealing with the fact that he's a parent now and married, and I decided I wanted to talk about meeting them because they're like my biggest heroes. Kind of like, I guess it's kind of weird to have heroes in an emo band made up of like 30-year-old to 40-year-old men. Whatever. So, the time I met them, I paid to meet them. It was a meet and greet. I luckily got the meet and greet tickets. I remember it was my junior year, and it was like January, February, March, somewhere in like the same time of year. Fuck, when was that? Four, 3 years ago. I remember sitting on my phone and trying to order these tickets, and they weren't showing up on my phone. They were just showing up as regular tickets because I guess you can only buy the meet and greet tickets at the time. I know the way they sell their meet and greets have changed, but back when I got mine, it was like still through Ticketmaster and all that. I paid to be a part of their fan club, the Overcast Kids, which now I think is like no more, but I paid to be a part of their fan club to get special codes to be able to pay for meet and greet tickets. Like, I'm paying to pay to meet them. I was sitting on my phone in like geoscience, like it was in the middle of school, and I was sitting on my phone trying to get these tickets. So I bought these 2 tickets thinking I was getting meet and greet, and I was like, oh yeah, I scored them. They weren't meet and greets, those were regular ones. I gave them to my friends. I purchased the other tickets at home. I was thinking the entire time, I was like, I'm not gonna get to meet them. Like, they're my fucking heroes, and I'm not gonna get to meet Fall Out Boy. And I ended up getting the tickets. It was this whole thing. My mom had to call someone because they weren't, like, it wasn't selecting, like, something was weird with the computer. It wasn't like selecting, so we had to call someone from customer support. It was like the biggest journey to getting these tickets. So we finally got the tickets, and this is months in advance. The concert was the day before my birthday. My birthday is August 16th, so it was August 15th. And I live in Vegas, so it was at the Cosmopolitan Hotel, which is really convenient. So I got 2 meet and greet tickets, one for me and one for my best friend at the time. And let's call her Ashley because, yeah. So, me and Ashley, I got to the Cosmopolitan. I gave my 2 other tickets. I was going to give them to her brother and her brother's best friend because we're like a squad in high school. But then it didn't work out, so I gave them to her brother's best friend who took us through the concert, and then to my friend, I almost said her name, let's call her Christy. So my friend Christy, and so we're gonna call him Mike. And so Mike took Christy there because they had the regular tickets that I bought by mistake. And then me and Ashley had the tickets, the meet and greet tickets, like the whole package. So me and Ashley got these passes. I still have mine. I still actually have my actual ticket, I think. And the card that I had, that they gave us for Fall Out Boy to sign, which is on my wall, so I can't take that down. But we got to the Cosmopolitan, and it was a fiasco. I don't know if any of the people watching this, whoever you are, hi, if you've ever seen the Cosmopolitan Hotel or casino in Vegas, but it's like the most confusing building ever. Everything kind of looks the same. So every floor does, and so none of the employees knew where it was. So we're like, so they told us online, you need to get the box office, like go to the box office to get the information on where to go in the hotel, so you can get your like package of shit or whatever, like the passes and whatnot. So we couldn't find the box office, so we asked an employee, oh, where's the box office? And they're like, oh, it's on the second floor. So we go to the second floor, couldn't find it. Asked an employee, where's the box office? Oh, on the first floor. So then we go to the first floor, ask another employee, where's the box office? And they're like, oh, I don't really know. So we are like left here wandering the Cosmopolitan, and I believe it was on the first floor. And it was like hidden in a weird cavern. We were late to get the passes. We were late, and I was like on the verge of tears, because I was like, they're here in this building, and I paid to meet them, and I'm not gonna get to meet them, and I'm gonna cry and whatever. And so we got to the box office. They were the like last minute, like slammed on the table. We're like, yes, we're gonna get there. And so they gave us the stuff, and then we had help from someone, and then we asked an employee where to go. They were kind enough to take us there. It was like a conference room, or like a ballroom, I guess you would call it, some kind of big open room. And they told us they were gonna bag check, so we're like, okay, Fall Out Boy's like not here yet. We're only a couple minutes late. They're just gonna bag check us at this table. So they're ushering us. They're like, hurry, 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 hurry. And so we like are rushing across it, and we turn. It was like this cut off area. So we were coming in from this way, and it was like this cut off area like this, and we were coming around through this like little thing right here, and we turned this corner, and there, right there, is fucking Fall Out Boy. Just sitting there. Mind you, these are my all-time heroes. Are sitting right here. People I paid to see. People I've been like wanting to meet for like years now. They are sitting right there. I nearly passed out. So before all this, Ashley and I always had conversations because of course we're best friends, so we always talked about this kind of stuff, like what would you do if you got to meet them. I was like, well, I'm gonna pass out, so I need you to kind of dictate the conversation. And she's like a really big extrovert. She has tendencies like an introvert, but she's truly an extrovert. I'm a total introvert. Like, I'm so shy in person. So we get there, I can't breathe. I'm sitting there just frozen, like frozen in my step, and she's panicking. She's like, amped up, like, Miss Missing You, they say, don't panic, no, not yet. And that's what she said. She grabbed my shoulders and goes, don't panic, no, not yet, like they do in the song. And I couldn't even focus on the irony of that at the second. I was like, oh my god, that's funny, but like I'm panicking, I'm freaking out. And so we get up there, and I told her, I was like, you have to tell, because I'm in love with Patrick Stump. I'm about to cry just talking about it. I was like, you have to tell him it's my birthday. It seems so ridiculous. I'm like, you have to, I can't even, that's not even like a natural thing to like come up in a conversation. I was like, Ashley, you have to tell him it's my birthday. We step up, so like there was still a line of people, and we step up, and she's in front of me, and so the line went Patrick, Joe, Andy, Pete. Like that was the lineup, and so we all got to go to Patrick first, which like you couldn't have warmed me up with someone else because I'm in love with Patrick Stump. Like you couldn't have warmed me up with any other member of the band, even though I'd probably freak out for all of them. So she steps up to Patrick Stump and doesn't say anything, and he says, hey, how are you? Because he's like the nicest dude on the entire planet. He goes, hey, how are you? And she just stares at him like like straight stares at him. Like a solid like 30 seconds goes by. She goes, oh, good. And then she looks kind of back at me and points at me. She's like, it's her birthday. And then he turns to me and says, happy birthday. And then he goes to turn back to her and start a conversation, and she's down the line. Like she didn't even stop to continue a conversation with this guy we've been like waiting to meet. And so I step up to like change the subject, because he kind of looks back at me like, oh, okay. So I step up to talk to him, because to excuse her, like she's already long gone. She's down over by Andy and Pete. And I step up, give him my little card, and I'm like, hi. And he was like, and at the time I had like a Harley Quinn phone case, obviously, because you can't see, but I'm obsessed with her. So I had this Harley Quinn phone case, and I was holding it really tight, and I couldn't really breathe. And I was like, hi, how are you? And he was like, I'm good. And he signed the thing, and he kind of was like starting to pass it along. And he's like, oh, what's your phone case? And I said, oh, it's Harley Quinn. And he's like, oh, awesome. And we had this like really genuine exchange. He's just the best person on the entire planet. Like he didn't have to be that nice to me and or whatever, but I love him so much. I was like, I'm super nervous right now, and he was like, there's nothing to be nervous about. He was just like the most chill dude ever, and I can't thank him enough for that, because I imagine what it's like to meet like crazy fans, and I'm like again like in love with him. Like he's my soulmate, and he just was cool. So then I moved out the line, and I kind of say hi to Andy and Joe as we're going. Obviously I was there for Patrick, and I get to Pete, and Pete must have had like a bad day, because he didn't really say anything. He was just kind of like, oh, like, hey, and like grabbed it. Ashley, by the way, she went down the line and she got to Pete, and her favorite was Pete, and so she held the like the card that they gave us for them to sign. She held the card and like wouldn't take it from him. She just like held it, so they were like both holding it, and just like stared at him. And so I finish up or whatever, and we go around the corner, and then we're like freaking out, because next round we go around is our picture with them. And I was like, oh my god, that just happened. Like that was my opportunity to talk to him, and I totally fucked that up. Like I'm so stupid. And I don't remember much from this, but Ashley said I like practically sprinted to Patrick once the picture time was around. So like I like apparently just like beelined for him, just like darted for poor Patrick Stump. And so I stood next to him. Poor guy. I was in heeled combat boots. So they add height, and I'm already super tall. I'm almost like, I think I'm like 5'7" 3/4, so pretty much 5'8". So an extra inch makes me like 5'9". And itty bitty Patrick Stump is like 5'4" or 5'5". I can't, or you know, like he's short. I'll insert the picture of us, me, him, and Joe, like in here somewhere. I don't want to put my friend's picture in. Yeah, so obviously that picture was like super embarrassing. If you kind of dissect it, I look a lot like Joe. Like, if you saw the full picture, you would see that like Ashley was in the same position as Andy was, and I look like I'm related to Joe. Long story short, meeting Fall Out Boy was kind of a good experience. Like, was a pretty good experience. Like, the things not involving them, like the hassle was to get the tickets, the not being able to find the location of the box office or the actual room that the meet and greet was taking place in wasn't their fault. And like, I'm just really glad that they were hella cool people, because I know it's really tough when people meet their like idols and some people aren't just what you think they are, and I think that's really rough. And I just wanted to say that like Fall Out Boy was the coolest people to meet ever, and especially for me, like the super fangirl. Hi everyone! So, I know this isn't my original spot. This is actually on my bed, and I'm using my selfie stick to film because I'm not professional, and I'm filming on my phone because you gotta use what you got. So, I actually just filmed this part, this ending, and I hated it because my camera angles suck. So, hi. But yeah, I just want to end this saying that like I get sometimes meeting your hero sucks, and maybe I can refine that a bit. So if you ever meet the celebrity, you know they're gonna disappoint you or not. That being said, I haven't met like a million celebrities. I've met only like a few, and it is what it is. But if you enjoy this, let me know. Yeah, Fall Out Boy was really cool, and I love them still with all my heart. Still listen to their music, and they weren't a disappointment to meet. So if you liked this, let me know in the comments. You could also show me like this by doing all that classic YouTuber stuff, like hitting that like button and subscribing to this channel if you feel like it. So, yeah, join if you feel like it. Welcome to my family. I'm a little crazy, so yeah. Yeah, so hit the like and subscribe. Leave comments. Tell me if you want more of these type of videos, like story times or like meeting celebrities, because I've met quite a few. I've been to quite a few things, met a few people. I like making story times, and I like talking about myself. So let me know what you think. I'm just rambling on. I'm gonna end this while I'm ahead. So yeah, have a good night or day or whenever you're watching this. Have a good time and subscribe. Bye.